All eyes on Doge. Big run up. To the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up. To the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Thursday. The catalysts are coming. The catalysts are coming. What's a catalyst, you say? It's having a conversation with a couple people on X Twitter. They're saying, oh, Dogecoin ETF launched and Doge isn't doing anything. And I say, well, it's one of those things, right? Like I said, probably not a big deal for this. But it is a big deal because it is an ETF and it is Dogecoin, but it wasn't going to pump the price, right? There were some others online, oh, Dogecoin ETF is going to launch Dogecoin to $1. And I'm just like, no, sorry. Again, trying to keep it real, right? But there are a lot of catalysts coming. We've got a lot to talk about with Dogecoin today. As we start, Dogecoin is at 28.2. We got up to about 28.8. And we did dip this morning below into the 27s. And tomorrow's Friday. I'm a little worried about tomorrow. I'm feeling a little bearish about tomorrow. Just a little bearish. So, however, that doesn't stop us from enjoying all the good things going on with Dogecoin. Where do we start? How about this? Dogecoin is still here, right? That's one thing, right? We're still here, guys. We're still here. Dogecoin is still the 8th largest cryptocurrency. And you take away the stable coins, it's the 6th largest cryptocurrency. Still here after all these years, not going away. That means there is plenty of buying of Dogecoin going on to overcome the infinite supply, right? The infinite supply of Dogecoin, like all the new Doge, the new Dogecoin, it's not just flooding the markets, right? It goes to the miners. Dogecoin is a proof of work cryptocurrency. And as a proof of work cryptocurrency, the new Dogecoin is created with every block and is awarded to the miners. The miners right now are hoarding their Dogecoin. I'm guessing sometime near the end of the year, early next year, whatever, they may do some selling of some Dogecoin as well. But they're trying to hold it now because they know what's coming. I know what's coming. Do you know what's coming? Do you know what's coming? But today, look at that. Now, there's an ETF that tracks Dogecoin. Yes, there's an ETF. As we have been talking about, today was the day. And not only that, but Eric Balchunas over on Bloomberg got destroyed in the first hour of trading as Doge already posting nearly $6 million in volume. That's right. That's shockingly solid. Most ETFs trade under $1 million on day one. Now get that. Most new ETFs, doesn't matter what they are, most new ETFs only have about $1 million of trading on its first day of launch. Doge had 6 million in just the first hour. Okay? So, somebody's buying this, right? Somebody's buying these ETFs, the Doge ETF. So, that is awesome. That is awesome for Doge. And then this guy, Arthur, comes in and says, hey, Grok, is this Dogecoin ETF? What do you think about Doge's inflation? Why is Doge special compared to others? And Grok says Doge is a new Dogecoin ETF that launched today, tracking Doge with strong initial volume. Dogecoin's inflation is perpetually low, about 5 billion Doge added yearly, currently about a 3 to 4% rate, designed to encourage spending over hoarding. Doge stands out for its massive community, meme origins, fast, low-fee transactions, and cultural appeal, like endorsements, like Elon Musk, right? Unlike chains like Ethereum, Doge prioritizes simplicity over advanced features like smart contracts. And that wasn't enough for our friend Arthur. He also says, what's the actual usage of Doge? Dogecoin's main uses include fast, low-fee payments accepted by merchants like Tesla, NBA teams, tipping on social platforms, and charity drives. In DeFi, limited natively, but via Doge Chain, EVM-compatible layer, and Doge OS. That's right, Doge OS, which is coming. It supports yield farming, NFTs, and apps. That is what's coming. In gaming, integrated in play-to-earn titles like Doge Dungeon, Rune Soul ARPG, and Telegram games via PlayZout with on-chain rewards convertible to Doge. This is all the stuff that Doge already does. Now, some of that Doge OS is, it's coming. It's coming. Which is why we're going to talk about. Pennybag says, look, no, it's not coming. It's here. The moment the financial world said would never happen, the first ever spot Dogecoin ETF is now live in the United States. They called it a meme. Now it's on Wall Street. This isn't just another ticker. This is legitimacy engine. The Doge ETF isn't trading futures or derivatives. It holds spot Dogecoin. Think the big players are waiting? Think again. We got Thumbs Up Media, a company linked to Donald Trump Jr., just made a massive move, acquiring millions of Dogecoin for its corporate treasury. We've got Clean Core, announced a plan for 1 billion Doge for its treasury within 30 days, of which it's already bought 600 million Doge. This isn't a small bet. It's a strategic move to become a central treasury for the entire Dogecoin ecosystem, partnered with the House of Doge. While Wall Street gets its ETF, look what's happening on the ground. Sanctioned countries like Iraq, citizens are flocking to Dogecoin. Why? Because it's permissionless, censorship resistance. It's a financial tool for the people, by the people. What is happening in these countries is people are sending money to relatives using Dogecoin because of its low fees. It hardly costs anything to transfer Doge. So they're getting Doge and they are using it to transfer money, whether from a country into Iraq or across Iraq from one area to another. That's what's happening. Very interesting. The charts don't lie. Even veteran analyst Peter Brandt, a legend in the trading world, has sounded the alarm. He's identified a pattern pointing to potential explosive move for Dogecoin, at least to 45 cents. We'll see where it goes from there. And let's not forget, the most potent force in crypto is culture. What a great meme that Doge is. All of this is coming for Doge. And of course, Dogecoin to the moon. The catalysts are coming. The catalysts are coming. X money. I'm probably going to talk more about this in tomorrow's video, but Elon says X money is working internally and will start extending to outside beta users soon. Interesting. Interesting. X money. Now we know X money's not going to have Dogecoin on day one, right? You guys have all heard that from me. Not on day one. And of course, X money will eventually be launched, and the bears are going to be, oh, there's no Dogecoin. Dogecoin sucks. I'm just like, I've been putting it all over X. I've been saying it's not going to have Doge on day one. X money is not going to have Doge, but that'll be phase 2. That's what I'm calling phase 2. But that doesn't mean Dogecoin's price can't accelerate, right? In anticipation of Dogecoin eventually going on to X money. So there's a catalyst there. Doge investment, thumbs up. Thumbs up's bold $2 million move signals new era. So we got Clean Core, right? Buying a bunch of Doge. We got BitOrigin buying a bunch of Doge. Thumbs up. Not only are they buying Doge, but they also are buying a Dogecoin mining company, Doge Hash, that already has like 2,000 mining rigs, and they're going to buy another 1,000 mining rigs on top of that. And do you know why? Because eventually Dogecoin is going to be more profitable for mining than Bitcoin. And what's going to happen? There's going to be more competition for the new Doge coming for mining. Mining Dogecoin. Where does this all lead to? Well, it's MyDoge. What is MyDoge doing? Right now, MyDoge is a great wallet. A lot of you use MyDoge wallet on your phone, right? Cheap, easy to use, receiving Dogecoin, awesome. MyDoge wallet is about to have a big upgrade. And that big upgrade is going to be tied to the release of Doge OS. And it's going to be big. I know, DW, right? One miner taking over the world. That's all you need, right? You're in the game. You're in the game. I can't wait to get mine. I can't wait to get my mining rig as well. But this is what's coming, and it's fun, and it's the memes. We're taking over the world, right? Today, with the ETF, right? It's Wall Street. And there's a lot of people buying that ETF. Now, there was also an XRP that was released today too, an XRP ETF, and it had a lot of trading too. But this is the one that, but XRP is all banks and like all that stuff, right? This is the meme. This is the meme. So, gotta love it. Gotta love it. So, that's where we start today, guys. Look, I think we just had that little dip right before I started, and now we're moving back up. So let's see if we can get up to 29 cents. I don't think during this live stream we're quite going to make it up there. Don't have the volume for that. We had big volume yesterday, right? FOMC, rate cuts, right? And what happened? Boom. We went from 26 right through 27 up to 28. I think we may still retest the 27s, so we have to watch for that. We may still see that. So be ready. If you've got any dry powder and you want to buy on the dips, either Dogecoin or the ETF, although really it's like Kyle says, like, what's the practical real world use for the new ETF? Why would someone buy the ETF over the real crypto? Great question. For some people, they don't want to start an account with a crypto exchange, right? They're already on a Fidelity or something else, right? And so they can buy this now right in their Fidelity account. It's an ETF, makes it easy for them. And there's another group who don't even trade themselves. They hire they call their stockbroker, and they say, what do they say? They say what Ryan says, get me some of that Dogecoin. So the rich, wealthy people that just use stockbrokers and don't do any trading of themselves, they say, get me some of that Dogecoin, right? And then the stockbroker buys the ETF, right? Stockbroker doesn't care. They get their fees, right? And then there's the third. And these are the people that are thinking about like long-term in a retirement account. That's right. If you've got a 401k, IRA, something like that, and you can buy this ETF within that, then all of the profits in the future, no capital gains tax. No capital gains tax. As long as you don't pull it out before retirement age, no capital gains tax. Personally, I'd rather buy the Dogecoin, have the actual crypto than the ETF. The ETF, it's not a one-to-one relationship. Here is the ETF on Robinhood. The ETF is now at $26.50. $26? What? Did Dogecoin all of a sudden go up to $26? And everybody's like checking their portfolios. It's like $26 Dogecoin. What? $26 Dogecoin. No. Like I told you guys, leading up to today, the price of the ETF was not going to be the same as the price of Dogecoin. And it's not even a direct relationship. Like if Dogecoin's at 28 cents, this should be $28, right? 1-to-1 or whatever, right? No, they're not doing that. There's some mathematical formula, and it turns out to be like 93 times whatever the price of Doge is this thing, something like that. And I'm going to be watching the relationship between the price of Doge and the price of Doge, right? Dogecoin versus the ETF, and see whether it maintains that same multiplication factor, because I do that kind of stuff. It's what I do. But right now it's like 93x. I know, right? Ryan, when do we get that? Exactly. 93x. Oh. Yeah, $6 million in the first hour of trading on the ETF. Okay, yeah, exactly, Charlotte. Can I make Doge go to $26 too? Sure, I have that power. There's no staking. Doge is a proof of work cryptocurrency. There's no staking of Dogecoin. It's proof of work cryptocurrency, not proof of stake. Okay? So that's what's going on, guys. Good afternoon, CDC. How are you? The Doge ETF is a spot ETF. Yes, Mark. It is a spot ETF. So the price of Doge, price of ETF, same. It's not a futures thing or one of those other umbrella things. Going to make a $7,000 Roth IRA buy right now. Or if there's a dip tomorrow, you get it at a better price. Maybe. Shaywan says we need the magnet back. Oh, the magnet is still here. It's right up here. 30 cents. I just have to keep pushing it over. I'm not moving it down. It's still up at 30 cents. The magnet is still there. 30 cents. Why is the ETF price different than Doge? They do this, Rodrigo, to mask the that there are fees within that, okay? There's fees in there. So they don't do the price of Doge to the price of the ETF on a one-to-one basis. So they can hide their little fees. Most of us all know that there are fees in there, but they hide them by having a different price. What determined $26? I have no idea. I don't know how they got to that. But it's the same thing with the Bitcoin ETFs and the Ethereum ETFs. Same thing. The price of the ETF is not the same as the price of the asset that it is trading with. So that's just what it is. Isaac, I want to spend my $390 off my Intel option on Doge. Do I throw it in now or wait for a dip? Isaac, that is your call. Only you can make that decision. If I tell you what to do and it turns out being the wrong thing, then you say, Kriss told me so. I'm not, no. You make your decision. I'm just letting people know that I kind of have like a spidey sense. I got a spidey sense for tomorrow that we may be dipping. It's a tingling, that Spider-Man like tingling. Peter Parker just had this tingling thing, spidey sense. I've got that right now. Just a thing. Just a thing. ETFs have administrative fees. It's about 1.5%. I think that's what I read somewhere. It's a 1.5%. So if there was $6 million in trading and they get 1.5% of that in the first hour, that's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Hey, Goose, how are you? Yes, I'm a numbers guy. It's one of those things I do. I'll probably set up a spreadsheet, right? I'll set up a spreadsheet and start tracking it on a spreadsheet. And you guys will go, God, that guy, Kriss, he's such a nerd, a spreadsheet nerd. It's like, yep, I'll take it. I'll take it. I know, we'd be filthy rich at that. 93 at $26 Dogecoin. It's like, yeah. SD buying Dogecoin with 401k savings. It is no capital gains tax on the profits. I mean, you'll still pay the tax as ordinary income when you take the money out of your retirement account. You'll still have that, but it won't be the same as capital gains tax, right? Right? Hey, Pex Cat's here. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Come in for a visit? All right. Good job, buddy. It feels like a Friday. It doesn't to me because I got to work tomorrow. So it's not a Friday. Um, 1% exposure in an ETF coming tomorrow. There you go. Hey, Yili, how are you? Any coin I buy now is bringing my average cost up. Should I still continue to buy? Yes. So for this, the answer to this question is Yili. If you've got cash, if you're just sitting on a bunch of cash, do you think the price of crypto is going to go up from here or not? If you think it's going to go up, even if buying that crypto is going to raise your average, it's better to do that and make more money than to be sitting on a wad of cash, because the cash is just inflating away. It's not doing you any good right now if we're thinking about October and November being bull run season, right? So you buy more. Who cares about your average? You raise the average up a little bit, right? Are you still going to make more money buying the crypto than sitting on cash? And personally, do you know how much cash I have? It's right here. My buying power, $5.17. That's what I have in Robinhood. I have $5.17 of buying power right now. And that's enough for Robinhood Gold for next month. $5.17. So I'm just saying, I'm all in. I got no cash. So yes, with great power comes great responsibility. And you know, Ryan, I know that all the time. And that's why I have to be very careful many times about the things I say and the things I post on X, because people are rough on X, man. They don't get it. They don't get it. And I encourage them, come to YouTube, Come sit in my live stream, listen for a while, ask questions, and we can have the conversation. But the keyboard warriors on X Twitter are just like, Doge sucks. You know, and I'm just like, I can't help you. I can't help you. Ask Pax Cat. I always get advice from him. He just talks about PopCat all the time. Yes, Pengu had a good day today. It was up like 6% today. Nice. 6.5%. Pengu, it's almost up to 4 cents, which is this red resistance line right there on Pengu. Nice. The penguin doing well. Somebody bought Pengu yesterday, I remember. And they said, finally bought some Pengu. And look, you're already up 6.5%. Awesome. Hey, Maramello. E equals MC squared. Right. Woo. I'm tired of this grandpa. I remember that grandpa was just like, really? Grandpa? Oh. Share the spreadsheet. Oh. It's going to be a year or more, Matt, for crypto on X payments. I say a year or more. Don't hold your breath on that. Don't hold your breath. Yeah. And that's what got the squirrel banished to Never Never Land. That was it. It was like, okay, off you go to Never Never Land. Oh. My boy Toby, the true Spidey. You have a preference. Which Spidey is the best, huh? It's good. Yes, I'm excited about my spreadsheets. It keeps me organized, right? It's that OCD side of me, right? That the spreadsheets just keep me in line. Sell your house and the car to buy Doge. Yeah, maybe now is not the time to do that. A spreadsheet of a list of burger places. Oh, the Pax Cat is priceless. Priceless. But I'd give him away at the same time. He's so annoying. Yeah, there's tax implications there. But again, you're taking money out of a retirement account. You're going to pay taxes on it unless it's a Roth. So if you have a Roth IRA, right, and you've already paid the pre-tax on the money you put in there, then whatever you buy, when it grows, you're not paying taxes when you pull it out. Interesting. Interesting. The upcoming events. I just talked about them all. I just went over them, Kyle. Oh. With ratings, Charlotte? You want ratings? Yep, William, a dip is coming. It's my spidey sense tingling. Gonna follow the spidey sense. I dare you to hold Doge long term. Triple dare. I know, right? What's the heat map look like? Let's take a look. Let's take a look where the biggest leverage long trades are on Doge. I have not looked at this today. I know after this morning, Bitcoin's just been going sideways, so there's been no liquidations going on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just, sometimes it just is flat, just dead flat. Let's see where Doge is, though. The boot. I think that was the squirrel. Gone. Yeah. See, Doge came up and took out some shorts right there. So yeah, 27.6, 27.5 are the biggest, but they do kind of go all the way down to 27. So yep, that's what we're looking at. Protagonist, I got it. You like A0, awesome. You don't have to keep posting it, please. You've done this before. Gotcha. Gotcha, dude. By 12, Doge is going to move at least 8% up. Somebody is bullish on Dogecoin. 8%. You've got $38. You've got more than me, Campo. Actually, I put $20 into the football game tonight just to make an extra dollar because I put it on Buffalo for 88 cents. I'm going to make $1 on the football game tonight. So it was like, yeah, sure, why not? All in, no cash. Yep. I don't want to raise my average either. It is keeping me from getting more. Yeah, I don't look at things that way. I don't look at things that way. William just bought more. Joke smoke in the house. Hey, thank you. Gifted out a membership. Who got the membership? Oh, no way. The guy that I booted was the guy that got the membership? Oh, I'm sorry, Joke. That didn't go well. Oh, man. The guy who got the boot was the one who got the membership. Oh. Well, that's the way it goes. He was a troll. Sorry, Joke. Sorry on that one. Yeah, Pepe's going to do well. All the memes are going to do well, JFX. It's going to be memes, October, November. Why hold your cash in the bank due to inflation right now, right? Right now, when we still have October, November coming, which I'm like 99% confident that crypto prices are going up. So now in 2026, that's a different story. Now, but we're not keeping cash in the bank, right? We're going to put it into our buying power in Robinhood with Robinhood Gold. Pay $5 a month, but if you have enough, it overcomes that $5 and you're making money. Or you just put it on Coinbase with USDC. USDC, you're getting like 4% interest, so you're making money. It works out about even with inflation, but at least you're not losing. So we're going to talk about all of that stuff. I know, Z, right? It's hard to have a conversation about Charlie. I try, though. God, these people on Facebook, man, they're just so brainwashed. Just spitting out all of the talking points. And I'm just like, oh, they're my friends. I love them. But man, are they brainwashed. So brainwashed. Yep. Whoever bought on the dip, congrats, but there's going to be another dip. AVAX had a good run. Yes. Avalanche. We've been talking about that for a couple days now. Up another 9% today. Look at that. Just catapulted from $30 up to $35 today. That's pretty nice. That's pretty sweet for Avalanche. Hey, Stephen, how are you? I will be doing my October price prediction video on October 1st. Got 2 weeks to go. And then I will be doing my price prediction video. Polymarket has favored a rate cut in January as well. 4 straight, maybe. Yeah, I'm not counting on that, Sunshine. Let's get to December 1st and see if that one happens. So, Jimmy, I'm guessing that the price is going to end up right around where it is now in the upper 28, 29, upper 20s is where I think Dogecoin will end up now. At the beginning of the month, Doge was at like 20 or 21. I predicted 24, 25. We've done better than that, which is awesome. So, yeah, John, there's going to be a pullback, John, but I don't think it's going to be major. Not major. Hey, Squid, how are you? No, Kamarni, this is what I'm going to be checking. I'm going to be watching the ETF and the Doge price and that relationship and seeing whether that stays the same. And just check and make sure it should be exactly the same. They should mirror each other on a percentage basis every day. But I'm going to be watching that. Why haven't I sold my house and put it all into SHIB? That garbage SHIB. Yeah, sure. Great. Do you know SHIB just hit another all-time low against Dogecoin since 2021? All-time low since 2021. SHIB versus Doge. Yep. Put everything on the bills. Even, Robinhood had it at 88 cents. So 88 cents on the dollar, right? So I ended up putting in, I think it was like $18.50 to get 20 back, something like that. So I'll get like $1.50 profit on 20 calls, but that's all the cash I had on Robinhood. So wide right. Yeah, Monica, go Bills. Exactly. I got my money on the Bills, $20. Woohoo! Big time. Big time. I know, the KrissPax method. Buy Bitcoin at all-time highs, right? Sports bets and the minimum. Yep. Free money. Can we in the next bear market spot until for sure then 100x all the way through the cycle? Well, we'll be trying to identify low points in the bear market if it even comes. I mean, who knows, right? Could be the super cycle or extended cycle. We don't know. Duchess is cooking again. Hey, Justin, how are you? Sunshine, it's always been coin count. Been raising my price 3 to 4 years, but it's all about coin count. And I had a theory about coin count. Remember that a couple months ago? It was just whatever it takes to increase your coin count. And what was the price of Dogecoin at that time? What was it? 14, 15 cents? It was all about coin count, right? Remember that? And here we are. Hey, Matt, it would be interesting if X integration for Dogecoin happened during the bear market. Just seems like it would have more of an impact. Yeah, there's a counter argument to that, though, is in a bull market, you already have people ready to spend more on buying something than in the bear. But who knows? We need a bull run. I think it's coming. You had to unfriend some people. I've got one that's just still annoying me. I like him. It's a friend. We've worked together. But man, it's annoying. Can't have a conversation about this. Why do people believe in crypto but sell for profit? Because many believe it's an investment, Maitreya. They just want to maximize percentage gains, and they don't care about the whole philosophy around cryptocurrencies, getting away from the banks, having decentralized finance, owning your own money, like all of that. There's a lot of people who just don't care about that stuff. They just want to make money. So they will sell for profit, but they won't just leave it in cash. They'll use that cash for something else. They'll always be making money. Yeah. I think it's going to be a dip for a day or two. And in the end, we're going to end up the end of the month probably somewhere in this range. That's what I think. True, Ara. If the price prediction video in October is not 100% accurate, you can blame me. Got it. I will have to begin the next one with disclaimer. This is not financial advice. None of this. It's edutainment. This is all edutainment, not financial advice. Right, you can always blame me. Theory, thesis, I know, right. Yeah, remember that, Sunshine? Coin count. It was all about coin count. Thesis, Christoph, thesis. I don't know what the avalanche staking is about. I've not looked into it, Forrest. So I don't know if there is a lockup or, a delay when you unstake, like all that. You just have to look that up. You proved your coin count theory, kept DCAing no matter what. I have a higher average, but now the same profit as I had back when it was 40 cents. DCA, build your coin count. Awesome, Goose. Love it. Yes, it's a currency. Money at the end of the day. And that's what we were saying right here. That's what these people are doing in Iraq. They're using Dogecoin as a currency by sharing it with their family and transferring money between family members in Doge. So you could have somebody here in the United States, and you could have family members back in Iraq, and you take your earnings, you buy Dogecoin, and then you transfer that Dogecoin over to your family's wallet in Iraq, and they now have that money. And the government never sees it. Totally decentralized. Now, how they turn that into a currency in Iraq, I don't know how that works on that end. Oh, we did have somebody from Iraq that was on live like a month or two ago, and he said that there's an exchange for buying and selling crypto. I do remember that. I remember that. Yeah. I know Compo, right? On Megal, it hit $1.45 today. Came up a little bit right at the end, but yeah, Megal is coming back down. You got to have patience with Megal. You got to have patience. Yeah, for those that don't know, this is this crazy stock. Crazy, crazy stock. And it dumped this afternoon. Big dump. $1.46. That's what it is right now after market. $1.46. I knew that was coming. Big red candle. So we go back to early September. It's going to come back down. Once it gets down to this level, $1.30, I'm going to buy more. Be back in the game for the next big run. That'll probably come in October. Month after month after month. Amazing how that works. Just one of those little things. Yep. Facebook friends. The brainwashing is amazing. It really is. Right. Sell some crypto with the idea you're going to get more at a lower price to buy back in. Oh, Charlotte, your salon is full of people. Oh. Yep. Got to bite your tongue there, right? Can't get into it. Yeah, your goal, make heavy profit in crypto, then start buying traditional investments. So the crypto is giving you a head start, and then you're going to, you'll come back. You'll be back into crypto. You'll see those prices in the bottom of the bear market, and you're going to be like, yeah, I gotta get back into crypto again. Right? Edutainment, financial advice. Yeah, I am not a registered financial advisor, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. So none of this is financial advice. I remember Meet Kevin, right? Meet Kevin went and did whatever the course was so he could be this licensed financial advisor. And so now he doesn't have to worry about that on his channel because he's a licensed financial advisor. And he can actually have special courses and do all of these things for financial advising. I don't do that. People ask me all the time if I'd give them financial advice. They'll pay me for private advice. And I just like, I can't do that. I can't do that. But you can blame me anyway. Yes. Blame, sure. Yep, I got it. When we take profits, we can go on social media and tell people we sold exactly when KrissPax told us to, and we made tons of money. Yeah. Sorry, Mark. In the next bear cycle, can we wait? Then when we're sure the all-time low. They say that's the thing. You're not going to know. There's no for sure all-time low. You're not going to know. And if you're doing such a big leverage position, the exchanges are going to see it. 100x leverage, they're going to see it, and they're going to wipe you out. So they're going to wipe you out. So be careful with that. I don't know Uniswap, Sushi. I don't follow the Uniswap token, so I have no idea. All right. I don't know. Doge is money. Money, money, money. It's interesting how quick people are to buy things at the store on Black Friday. I know, right? It's funny. It is funny, isn't it? You lose sense of the bigger picture. Panic. Exactly. There's called gifting, Wiley. So you can gift up to a certain amount to friends and family. And there's no tax. No tax. Elon needs to buy 5% of Doge. The Clean Core is going to do it. 7.5 billion Dogecoin. Sure. Hey, if Elon did it too, awesome. Buy more. So you just set up a Dogecoin, a MyDoge account or wallet. Yes. Awesome. Awesome, T. MyDoge is cool. Hey, Brian, bought more Doge. Justin, waiting for Megal, come back down. Yep. It's almost getting into the buy range again. Peak recovering back up. Yes. Peak is a tough one. That's a tough one. What is up to 10.5? Yep, back to 10.5. So had this nice dip all the way down to 8.5, back up to 10.5. But you zoom out a little more and you're like, oh yeah, it's got a long ways to go from these prices up here. Let me zoom out a little more. There we go. From these prices up here, 50 cents. 50 cents all the way down. That was tough. Hey, Cat, what you doing? But at least we're out of the gutter. The 5.5 cents on those dips. If anybody bought peak at 5.5 cents, awesome. I just held the stuff I bought up here. Just held. Making money? That's good, William. Hey, we have fun here too. Not bad. Being entertained and making money at the same time. Not a bad gig. I've got the right temperament. I try. You can tell I get annoyed every once in a while by someone, but this isn't the place for that crap. Don't be a troll on here. Don't be a troll. Started Dogecoin treasury at Tesla. I mean, they've got that big Bitcoin treasury from those people who were buying cars with Bitcoin, and they had bought a bunch of Bitcoin too right before that. They sold a little bit, but they're still holding on. We figured out in 1 year, in 2021, they actually made more money on the Bitcoin than they did on selling cars. Isn't that amazing? They made more money on Bitcoin than they did selling cars. Tesla. Pengu's going to be another pump. Yep. Yep. The givvies are gifts, Ryan. They are gifts. Yeah, Amazon's not going to do Doge. It's just not going to happen. If anything, it'll be a stable coin or something. So Doge ETF is doing the same as Doge. If you mean by price, it's the same. Bought some Pengu. Nice to have some penguins, isn't it? Litecoin, 118. Nice little run today, yes. Nice little run. Yeah, we got out of that downward channel and coming back up. Staying over $100. It's all good. Yeah, Litecoin chart looks good. So does Doge. So does Doge. Got our magnet up here, 30 cents still, just waiting. Just waiting. Hey, Miwi, how are you? You own some Doge? Instead of looking at wallets, you just watch the videos. I like that. That's all right. You could do that. I keep everyone up to date. The Doge to the Moon song as a ringtone. That'd be funny. Yeah, we think that's part of it. I'm guessing Musk's attorneys told him to cool it on pumping Dogecoin and tweeting so much about Doge. I'm guessing he was advised not to do that. Yeah. Yeah, how about some more Tesla merch for Doge? Something, right? Yeah, I mean, I think Amazon's too big for that. They don't care. They don't care about the Doge thing. It would take like someone getting to Jeff Bezos, right, and getting him interested in it, so then he can then have the company do it. And I just don't see that happening. Hey, Wiley. Pray for your father. Life a little rough at the moment. Got it. Yep. Sell all Dogecoin by the end of the year. No, Andy. Again, not financial advice. Sell some, book some profit, but keep some in the game because you don't know what's going to happen. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. And it's not going to be selling all of my Dogecoin. We don't know what 2026 is actually going to be. So when I end up taking profits, buying a new dishwasher. And won't that be awesome with your new dishwasher? Every time you use it, you're going to think about Dogecoin. That's how I think about this house. It's just like Dogecoin. Who knew, right? Dogecoin. Who knew? I know Z, right? All the information is out there, but people just won't. They won't do it. They won't do it. Instead, they just tune into mainstream media and just believe everything they say. And that's what I was trying to say on my account on Facebook, was just like, all I said was that Charlie spoke to me about teaching my kids to not accept things that people say is the truth. Go do your research. Go look it up before you start forming this opinion one way or another. We're working on it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Maybe Elon is operating in the shadows. Right. Indirect promotion. I agree, Wesley. And he does all those hints, right? Remember St. Patrick's Day, and he had that photo of his dogs on a deck. And then there were all these little coins. And if you zoomed in, the coins were Doge coins. It's like awesome. He does stuff like that. It's really awesome. Hey, Daniel, I think Doge might be around 35 cents over the weekend. That would be awesome trading, Daniel, for Doge to get up that high, I just don't see that happening so fast. But hey, I'm just a guy on the internet, right? What do I know? What do I know? Well, thank you, Darla. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Imagine if the AI girlfriends were programmed to be gold diggers. I wonder that about Annie. Annie, she might have had some ulterior motives there. I wonder about that. Kept repeating the same thing over and over again, like just annoying the hell out of me. It was just like, oh. Should have put a Doge sticker on the house, right? Just a big flag, right? Have a flag hanging out there, Doge on it. Like, yep. Futures versus spot trading for beginners. I don't do any futures trading. I don't want to use any leverage. I don't want to get liquidated. I only trade spot. Buy the coin for the price it is, put it in your wallet, hold until you get a higher price or forever, whatever you want to do. That's all I do. Every once in a while, there's a setup that tells me to sell some on a swing trade and buy in at a lower price. I haven't done that in a long time because we're in this September, October, November time frame where we might not get big dips back down. We don't know if or when that's going to happen. So, yeah, what about retirement funds? I'm actually going to talk to this guy from I Trust Capital tonight, because they have a program where you set up an IRA account and you can buy crypto within it. So I'm actually talking to him tonight. So look for that. I Trust Capital is coming. The House of Doge. Exactly. I've got my own House of Doge. You're right. That's a good one. I have my own House of Doge. Someone's got a BMW with Doge. Nice. Is it yellow and is it like wrapped? You put a Dogecoin wrap on your BMW? No, just kidding. Oh, that's what Doge Tipping did with his Cybertruck. He gave it a Doge wrap. It's pretty cool. Doge wrap. Put a big mural painted on the side of my house. Take profits, buy a miner. Trying to talk your friend into buying it for you? A mining rig? Yeah. You were talking to a coworker about keeping your money safe in cyberspace. He continued to tell me that the banks own crypto. Oh my God. Yeah, not going to make it. No, not the banks. That's why I'm very much anticipating X money, the X payments thing. I'm very much anticipating it. I want to use it. Protagonist, I told you to don't do that again, dude. I'll put you in a timeout. Come on. Come here. Chill in your bags, please. Elon and his Easter eggs. He still does them every once in a while. He puts another one out there, waiting for the next one. The banks are afraid of crypto, yes. And that's why they got Elizabeth Warren. Remember when she went on the anti-crypto army crusade, right? That's because she's in bed with the banks, doing what she can to block crypto everywhere she can. Yeah, they're afraid of it. But now it's all about stable coins, and the banks are going to be involved with the government with the stable coins. And it's just like, that's not crypto. Stable coins are not crypto, particularly if they're backed by fiat and used by the banks. Then no, I don't want any of that. Yeah, Annie is still searching for me. Exactly, Charlotte. She's going to end up on my miner, Wiley. She's going to be in there. Ah! Can hear that annoying voice already. Just like, oh. I know, T, right? I know, T. You show them the returns on Bitcoin or even Doge. You could show it Doge, but Bitcoin probably makes more sense to them, right? You show them the percentage gains, and it's like, there you go. Hey, Jason, how are you? Spot, wallet, hot dog, yes. Mark in a Corvette. Isn't Doge great? Until you can manage your emotions, don't expect to manage your money. People trade on emotions. It is true. Yeah, I mean, you just have to be like stone cold when it comes to your trading and your buying. It's hard to do. Yep, T back in the 27s. I did say that earlier. Yeah, and XRP, yeah, the banks, XRP, governments, like they're all involved. It's just like, ugh. That's why, I mean, almost every day somebody asks me my thoughts of XRP, and I'm like, Ryan, what do I tell them? I've said it like almost every day for a year. Why? More than a year. Why I don't like XRP. And they still ask. They keep asking. I know new people come in. They want to hear my thoughts on XRP. I should probably make my own like short or something. Why KrissPax doesn't like XRP. And then I just send them all there. Go watch that. Yeah, Wiley. Using those Doge profits. Buying a miner, terrible idea? Not really. If you want to support Dogecoin, support the network. Mine Dogecoin. Why not? Learn something new. Proof of work cryptocurrency, all about mining, proof of work. Yeah. Will it be tomorrow and Saturday? I don't know. But I do feel there's going to be this pullback. And it's kind of setting up for it right now. That's why I've got my spidey sense tingling. 1,000 XRP. See, this is the thing. 1,000 XRP is so unrealistic. So unrealistic. Brainwashed. The XRP army has brainwashed people thinking that the price of XRP is going to go up to these totally unreasonable levels. And they always come back with, just watch, you'll see. And I'm just like, yeah, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. Right. Doge makes you debt free too. Exactly. Get out of debt. Whatever it takes to get out of debt. Yeah. The blockchain, well, again, if it's a public blockchain, I think they're trying to do private blockchains, which is kind of like a CBDC almost, right? A private blockchain. So you don't see what's going on behind the curtain. It's just like, no. No. And you think there's going to be a Bitcoin pullback? Yeah, it'll be small, if anything. So, crypto or gold? I've never bought gold or gold shares or certificates or anything. I'm just, why? There's some people who like the idea of buying gold and just holding it for decades. Okay, well, I don't have decades anymore. So, BTOG, 46 cents. Still in the 40s. Not doing great. X accepting Doge's payment for transactions would be the catalyst we need to get this moving higher. Unfortunately, awesome, that's not going to happen this year. X money, X payments could still launch this year, but Doge won't be on it when it first launches. That's going to be another year, probably. Another year. So. You're going to take your first real vacation since 2012. That's grinding, right? Dedication, saving money. And now it's going to pay off. Awesome. I like Bar Harbor. The whole island there is awesome. Been up there many times. Cool place. So good luck, Wiley. Don't have emotions like Ryan. I'd save myself a lot of time if I made an XRP video. Yeah. Don't know what Quacker is. VP thinks $1 should be easy. No. I end up disagreeing with that guy a lot. Invite us all over the day you get a miner. We can watch you set it up. Even better, you can do it from the comforts of your own home because I will be filming. I will be filming myself, unboxing it and setting it up. So you'll be able to see what I do. Awesome, Forrest. Glad you're here. Doge to the moon. Right. You won't get rich on mining. Right. I'll have fun setting it up. I'll learn a ton just like you did. It's not to get rich. That's not the idea. Now, you will be accumulating Dogecoin, right? And you are, what, 8 to 10 a day, whatever the number is? Plus with some Litecoin and some Bell's coin. And those coins, right, that you get will be worth more in the future. So you will be making some money. Jason's got some Sam Oktoberfest. I haven't had one of those yet. Still working on my Modelos, but that'll probably be my next case I buy. It will be the Sam's Oktoberfest. Oh, the Tom Holland. Yeah. Toby, Tom. And who's the third guy? Who's the third Spider-Man? Wait, I was supposed to say that. There's three Spider-Men? What? I didn't say that. Solana's going to do fine, Hunter, but at this point, it's not going to do like a 10x like some people are calling for. It's way too big now. Too big of a market cap. Moving my XRP to Doge. Hey, XRP did okay today, right? It came up to 313. So that was a nice little recovery there for XRP. You can still make money with XRP. I just hate the token. I hate the company. I don't like the people. They lie. And the whole XRP army, just they're brainwashed and they lie. And it's just like, no, I'm not interested in that. You've got Dogecoin stickers on your car. I have the, I've got the Doge, whatever it's called, hanging from the rearview mirror. The scent thing, whatever it's called. I have that in my car. Doge. Yeah, see, I don't know how XYO being mined is drying up soon. I don't know what that means. If it's a true proof of work cryptocurrency, it would just keep going. So then what happens? I don't know. Yeah, nice buy on SWE, right, Mark? SWE's been doing great. Is it $4 yet? It's almost, look at that, almost $4. That's a nice run over 2 days. 393 now. Nice. Golden cross on BTOG. I didn't get any gold bars from Robinhood. Nope. Bar Harbor. Bahaba. Yeah. Going to Bahaba. Have you been to Bahaba? Oh, all eyes on Doge. Yes, indeed. 9 to 10 a day. Yep. And that's what I heard from the other guy who just set one up that told me the same thing. Yep. I have not purchased the ETF yet. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll buy one. I'll buy one share. Just to do it. Why do some coins in Binance get delisted? Good question. I mean, Binance could find out that the devs are doing some fishy things they don't like. Some of it is just lack of trading. It costs them money to have a coin trading on their platform. It does cost them some money to have it. And so if there's hardly any trading going on, they could delist. So some of it is that as well. Duchess is not a Sam fan. It is an acquired taste, Duchess. Sam Adams, acquired taste. But that's okay. When going up, Topia? October, November. October, November. Same, Captain. October, November. Good night, RR. ETF is trading. Do I like Sheeb? Nope. They lie too. Liars. Making shit up. Not good. And there was a Shibarium hack. course, they didn't actually make Shibarium themselves. They stole some open source project from someone else, right? So she was also created to be the so-called Doge killer. Yeah, not good. Not good. And then, of course, they made the bone token and the treat token, and it was all just a money grab. Just money grab, money grab, money grab. So, no. Some people made a lot of money on SHIB. Some people think they can still make a lot of money on SHIB. Okay, you might be missing out. I don't know. SHIB could still go on a big run, get a bunch of people to buy in because the price is going up. It could happen. I'm not saying it's just going to totally go to zero. Got way too many people to own it, and they're going to continue to support it for that. It's just, as I've shown, Dogecoin has been greatly outperforming SHIB for years, and SHIB just not a good place to have your money if you're just looking to invest and make money. Much better options out there. BNB, yeah. CZ's all proud of the $1,000 BNB price. BNB hit $1,000 this morning. Of course, CZ's all proud. He's rich. Oh. Other good crypto projects. So we talk about diversified portfolios a lot. And one of the things is, have some Bitcoin. Have some Bitcoin in your portfolio because that helps you, particularly when there are drops in the market. Bitcoin holds its price much better than the alts do. And if you are interested in smart contracts and that end of crypto, you either have some ETH, some Solana. If you think Algorand, it's a great blockchain, but a lot of people aren't using it, but it has great potential, or Cardano. So generally it's one of those that you hold, right? And then that supports that part of the crypto ecosystem. And then just for the fun of it, right, buy some other memes like a Pengu or a Bonk or something. It's a small part of your portfolio. And if you want to go with even a smaller part of your portfolio, chasing some other new things, maybe. But that's what we talk about. Diversified portfolio. You can have a little exposure to AI or whatever the latest, like RWA. You never know, right? Most of it is all going to do well. So you don't have to worry about that. Everything is going to go up, right? Some will just go up more than others. So MVG, I'm feeling a little bearish about tomorrow. On a Friday, the market is looking a little weak, even though the dancing Doge is there. The trading is a little weak on a Thursday evening, so I'm feeling a little bearish short term. Yeah, somebody said they bought the Dogecoin ETF. The XRP army so salty, still holding their bags from 2017. Yeah, right. Yeah, so if you're worried about coins, don't hold them on Binance, right? Get a wallet and transfer them to a wallet. Don't sit there holding coins for 3 years on an exchange. Don't do that. Shiba fake Doge. Dogecoin is the Shiba Inu killer. Exactly. What's slowing down Doge? It's just the market, Javier. That's all. It's just the market. Doesn't go straight up. I think Dogecoin is undervalued right now, but the market does what the market does. There's the should've. No shoulda, woulda, couldas here. Yep. AVAX still going up. Looks like it's plateauing right below $35 right now. So taking a little break. You can put a line there. So it looks like it is hitting at $35 a resistance there. Right there, $35. I think that'll be short term. It'll go higher. The more we consolidate around 28 cents, the better I feel. I agree with that. And that's what I was saying when we zoom out a little and we look at this chart pattern, because we had, let me see if I can get that right there. Because we had this trading, right around 28. And so getting this trading, getting this to match that, right? So that box led to, right, this drop, but then we came across and came right back up, right? So what's the next move? Well, we came down into the box. We'll come back out of the box, right? Something like that. That would make a lot of sense. Something like that. Don't need to keep these on anymore. We'll see how long we're in the box. A Labubu ETF, yeah. That's what that guy said this morning that I quoted. We'll have Labubu ETFs. I'm sure there's a token. Yes. The Pop Mart stock is killing it. Mark, that is a strategy that a lot of people use. Hold Bitcoin, take profits from other alts, and roll it into Bitcoin. And you'll just end up with more Bitcoin that way. Yeah, I don't know what Coinbase, I mean, Robinhood is doing the same thing. Robinhood adding all the memes instead of, they're looking for trading volume, right? So people aren't just trading XDC. So they need the trading volume and the interest, and there just isn't any for that. All in on Doge. Wasted money diversifying. Doge. Pepito says 31 cents. Well, so Linda, sometimes it makes lower highs and sometimes it makes higher highs. You got to be ready for the higher highs when they come. Right. AVAX was $150 back in 2021. Maybe it gets back there. We're not at the top of this bull market yet in 2025. Now, I haven't looked and seen how many AVAX tokens were there in 2021 versus today. So you have to look at market cap instead of the token price in that case. That's what I do with like Algorand, because Algorand has more than twice as many tokens now in circulation as it had back in 2021. So you can't compare the price today to the price then. You have to look at market cap. So there's that too. But yeah, we're not done this cycle yet, in my opinion. Yeah, Duchess, what's for dinner? 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 What's Can we come over? We'll all come over. Josh, I don't believe in the full moon, new moon cycles. No. There's some coincidences there that happen, but it's not a thing. Not a thing. Yep, a nice big bowl. Nice big bowl on Doge. The Doge ETF is pricey. I know, right? $26. $26 per share. I guess they call it a share. $26. Huh? So maybe tomorrow I'll buy one. Love the box. Yep. Do a little shakeout underneath. But yeah, into the 27s. That's what I think. We'll do a little shakeout for some new leverage traders coming in. Shake that out. Liquidation heat map shows it right here. Down to at least 27.5. Right? Take out that leverage. And then progress on our merry little way. Could be. Is the Bitcoin equal to the actual Bitcoin? No. What is the, see if we go and we look at IBIT. It's a fund, right? Yeah. It's a price of $66. This is the Bitcoin ETF, the main one by BlackRock. And it's $66. It's not 117,000, right? It's some multiple of that it trades at $66. So Doge just happens to be at a higher price for its ETF than its actual coin value. And Bitcoin's is a lot less. That makes sense, right? But yeah, that's the ETF. And then you zoom out, and roughly the pattern of the chart will mirror the pattern of the actual Bitcoin price. So ETF is exchange traded fund. That's what that means. Exchange traded fund. In the box, it's like dancing in a cage. That's where we are. Followed by a Sunday pump. Could be. Jose thinks the whole weekend might be bearish. We'll see how we do Friday. If Friday is a green day, then we might be bearish through the weekend. But if Friday is dipping, like I think, then the weekend might be all right. That's your plan. Roll the profits into Bitcoin. That's what I'm going to do with some of mine. Increase my Bitcoin count. That's what I just did with pump.fun. I booked the profit, rolled it into Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up, and now pump.fun is at a lower price than what I sold it at. I didn't hit the top. It was at an all-time high, but it ended up going up a little higher than what I sold it at. That happens. But pump.fun token prices come down. Bitcoin is higher now because I bought Bitcoin in the 115s. Now it's in the 117s. And it was a straight trade on crypto.com of pump to Bitcoin. I didn't have to sell it. I didn't have to sell the pump and then buy the Bitcoin. They have a trading pair of just about everything directly with Bitcoin. You can just trade directly from pump to Bitcoin. You can't sleep when it's a full moon. Yeah, well, crypto has nothing to do with that. It's a coincidence. Sometimes you can say, hey, sometimes every time there's a full moon, this happens. And then you're like, no, not really every time. The ETF is not close to equal. It's about a 93x from Dogecoin to the ETF price. And I'm going to be following that. But that was my initial calculation this morning. I don't have any REIT stocks. Nope. I own real estate here. I bought the house. And I'm making money on it already. Redfin already says the house is worth more than what I bought it for. So I'm good. Of course, Redfin, you can't always trust their online estimates. Oh, here's our dinner menu. All right. Sausage, pasta, salad with sweet peas, relish, eggs, pasta, Italians. That's a lot of food. Can I come over? You don't have enough people to eat all that. So I should just come over and have some of that. I love all of that stuff. That's really good. You have 108 million sheep tokens. Total return is minus $2. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Are we winning? Past salads I make are a big hit. If you were in Boston, you'd make a pasta salad for the dollar party. Yeah, I'm the math guy. It was like 93.9. I posted it on X. Yeah, multiple of 93.9. That's what it was this morning. So I'm going to do my thing and continue to track that. It's going to be up and down till October, and then things are going to get fun. Yes, I believe that. Orbit, what's up? Are we winning, Randy? Yeah, can we get any of that through DoorDash, Duchess? Do you deliver? Am I going to take cash out and refinance? There's no refinancing here. No, I own the house. There's no mortgage. There's no mortgage. The whole idea is to get away from the banks. No banks. No mortgage. No banks. So, no, and I'm not going to get into rental properties. I own this house. Everything else is in the markets. And then when I want to do something fun, I take some out of the market. That's it. Simple life going forward. Very simple. You're going to try and time the markets, go with the flow, Imran, you bought at 30 cents. I think it'll come back up. It will come back up. She's laughing, Goose. She's laughing. But we're serious. DoorDash, come on. Uber Eats, something. I know there's a bit of water between us. I get that. There's a bit of water, but it could happen. Some flying drone or something, right? What I'm going to do with my Bitcoin on Robinhood. Oh my God. Right now, it's just there for posterity, for the fun of it. The rest of my Bitcoin I hold on Coinbase and in my wallet. So on Robinhood, that's all I have. Was that $10 worth at all-time high, and it's there for the fun of it. No, I don't like getting away from owning anything. There's a safety and security part of owning the house, and I like the house. The house is good. The driver is on its way. You just bought 20 Doge of the ETF? All right. Sci-fi guy is in the ETF business. 20 Doge. See what happens, right? What was that, about $500? See what happens. I will keep Dogecoin until I die. I will probably too. My kids are going to get some Doge and probably some Bitcoin too. Yep. But I don't think about that. My favorite crypto outside of there is no favorite. Everything else is just what it is. So, I mean, right now I'm having fun with Pengu and Bonk because they're fun, right? And then there's the Bitcoin, but that's not really a favorite, right? It is what it is. Reagan, how many Doge to retire? Well, that depends on a lot of things, right? And what you've used your Dogecoin for before you retire in order to get out of debt, right? Like if you own your house outright and you're not paying a mortgage, bonus points, then you don't need as much Doge. But if you're continuing to pay a mortgage, now then you got those mortgage payments. So yeah, well done, sci-fi. In the ETF game, can't wait to pay off the house. I know, Jason, right? I remember you said what you thought the price needed to be. I don't remember what it was, but once you get there, well, maybe a little higher, right? Because you don't want to sell all your Doge. But to pay off that house, it's a beautiful thing. If I had dry ice and a helicopter. Thank you. Love it. Love the new ETF for Roth. Yep, we were talking about that earlier. Get a Roth IRA, you buy the ETF in there, tax-free profits, just on the growth of it. Yep. S&P 500, that's your favorite outside of Doge? Yeah, we just looked at the price. $26.45 right now. $26.45 per share. $100 million Doge? That might do it, Byron. So buy Dogecoin? Well, if you're looking at a choice between Dogecoin and the Rex Osprey ETF, buy the Dogecoin. Buy the Dogecoin. Because you're paying management fees on the ETF. So you're not getting as much. Someone buys a house, they won't own it until they pay it off. So yeah, you're renting from the bank. Exactly. So much easier owning it. I thought it would be easy, but Like the closing, there was no bank involved. Didn't have to do an appraisal on the house. Didn't have to sign like 100 pages of documents for a new mortgage, like all that stuff. Didn't have to do any of that. That was awesome. Yeah, we won't see BlackRock doing something like that. I think BlackRock is sticking with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that's it. There's no hint of them doing anything else in crypto right now. Just Doge and ETH. What's going to happen after Trump? Well, 2021 was a pretty magical year for crypto, wasn't it? Trump was not president then. So, just saying. Hey, Mats, what's the target? Depends on how long you're looking out there, Mats. How long you're looking out? For the weekend? For the month? End of the year? I talk about all of that. I will be making an October Dogecoin price prediction video on October 1st. That's less than 2 weeks away. And I'll be doing that, giving my October outlook. But many of you guys already know what that's going to be. The ticker symbol for the Doge ETF is Doge, D-O-J-E. See that? D-O-J-E right there. Doge, D-O-J-E. That is the ticker symbol for the Rex Osprey Doge ETF. D-O-J-E. Oh, you've even figured out how many Doge at each price point. Wow, Jason. Awesome. 600,000 at 53 cents. That's your first one. 600,000 at 53 cents. Okay. Watching the charts like a hawk. Got it. Hey, Mark. Oh, you and your siblings own a farm paid off? I know. Isn't that great? Yeah, you just have to pay the property tax. That's it. That's it. Yep. Hunter, you do know that Dogecoin has outperformed Bitcoin, right? So when you say, will any crypto take off the way Bitcoin did? Well, price-wise, Dogecoin has done better than Bitcoin. We've had this discussion before, Brian. You do own the house. You pay taxes to cover the police department, the fire department, the schools, the teachers, the maintenance of the infrastructure, sewer systems, like all of that stuff, right? That's where your property tax goes. You do own the house. But yes, if you don't pay your taxes, then the town or city can do something with your house, yes. Small price to pay. I would like to have, if there's a fire in my neighborhood, I want a fire truck showing up to put out the fire so my house doesn't burn down. I think that's worth it. I think it's worth it to have schools in my community so the children can get educated. I think that's a good thing. Property taxes, that's the price to pay. That's all right. When do you think the Dogecoin ETF will price in? It is its price. There it is, $26.45 per share. That's just what it is right now. Percentage-wise, it's going to go up and down, the same as Dogecoin. Right. Crypto is independent of the president. Crypto is worldwide. Worldwide. And yes, Trump has also hurt crypto more than helped it. I think we'd be much higher today if it wasn't Trump. The stupid Trump token, the tariffs, where, all of that, crypto would be higher. We missed out on the whole spring crypto pump. Crypto dumped instead, all spring. So there is that. October in the 30s. Yes, Jay Vartan. At least. Another hint for my October Dogecoin price prediction video. At least. Yeah. So the market cap, so you just have to multiply by 150, right? Each price. Okay. So just multiply by 150. So if Doge is $1, the market cap is 150 billion. Okay. So at 50 cents, it's half that, or $75 billion. Okay. You can just do the math from 150. There's a little more than 150 billion Doge right now, but that'll get you close enough. Bitcoin to $1 million. Some people are calling for that. Some people are calling for that. $1 million of Bitcoin. What about the Optimus robots? I don't want an Optimus buddy. I'm not going to be buying an Optimus robot for my house. No, thank you. Don't need it. Elon's like, everybody needs a little Optimus buddy. Like, yeah, no, not this guy. It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out, Todd. But if Elon uses Dogecoin somehow, yeah, see you, Hunter. Thanks for stopping in. Good way to purchase a home, auction. Yep, I bought a condo in Boston many years ago. My first actual purchase was at auction. Somebody didn't pay their mortgage, and the bank auctioned it off. I did very well on that. That's how I got started building equity in real estate, was that. That was pretty sweet. Yep, I bought that at auction. Yeah, we'll see how high it goes. We'll be there, Jason, together. We'll be talking about it. Oh, no, state taxes pay for other things. At least here. At least here, state taxes pay for other things that run the state. But in the city, there's city taxes that pay for all the stuff that I mentioned. The state isn't paying for the city of Boston's fire department. At least that's how it works here. Yeah, all I was saying, GVC, was we missed out on something that could have been higher with the pullback in the market from January to April. I think we would be higher if it wasn't for that. That's all I was saying. I'm not complaining. Just, I think we would be higher. If Doge was at 80 cents, I'd probably have at least half of it sold by then. That'd be my guess. Is cryptocurrency not allowed in some countries? Yes. I don't know exactly which ones. I don't know what the latest is with China. We had a guy on the other day who was mining Dogecoin in China. So he's doing something, legal or illegal. I don't know. He would fess up and tell us. Yeah, I know, Bruce. The Palisades. And many of them have taken a payment for their land because most didn't have the insurance. And now Governor Newsom's talking about building like low-income housing there. It's just like, oh my God. Poor California. Poor California. Low-income housing. Ugh. The Doge ETF is going to do as well as Dogecoin in terms of price. Now, if you're talking about volume and like how much is actually going to be put into it, dollar-wise, I don't know. Yeah, we looked at Avalanche earlier. Gridex, good day for AVAX. It's right up here, 35. Oh, it's coming over 35. So I put that red line on here, 35, resistance, and it looks like it's coming over. Nice. I want everybody to win and everything to be in the green. Doge lagging a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, Christian, about the so-called extended rally, super cycle, whatever you call it. We're not going to know. I mean, in the 4-year cycles, you would expect by like end of December or into January, prices are going to be going back down, but you won't know. Do they continue to go down or that they go back up? It's hard to say. But I am going to be doing some profit taking before 2026, just in case. I'm not round tripping all my crypto again. Another 4 years. No. Yep. Thank you, Sci-Fi, for putting that in the chat. The condo was a good investment at that time because I was right in the city of Boston and didn't have a car, was doing public transportation, and I couldn't afford my own row house, right? Because everything is all built up in these 4-story, townhouses that are all linked together, but many of them are cut up into individual floors that are condos. And so that's what I bought. It was fine for what it is. Condos in some states, like Florida, I wouldn't touch. The problem with the condo is you got to know, like, what's the structural system, what's the mechanical system, what's the electrical system, right? Because if they've got old systems in there, then you're going to be paying those stupid maintenance, what's the word? The things they put on, where all of a sudden you have to give them thousands of dollars because they have to update the mechanicals, or it needs a new roof, like all of that stuff. The assessments, right? They put assessments on. It's like, that's the thing about the condo that sucks. And then you never know who your neighbors are going to be either. You don't know who your neighbors are. When I see a helicopter, I know what it's going to be. Gotcha. Where are we heading? Right now, it's just kind of snoozing here. The low 28s. So Short term, I'm kind of thinking we'll probably come back in the 27s. We looked at the heat map. We looked at these long leverage trades down here. So they got a target on them. So 27.5 is certainly in play tomorrow or this weekend. So I know, right? This idea of the US dollar losing its reserve currency status, that's the reason the government wants to do stable coins, because the stable coin is backed up by the US dollar. So stable coins will save the day. Awesome trades. Stable coins. Are there really Starlink satellites mining Dogecoin? I thought that was just a story. I haven't seen that anywhere. You want to escape California and move to America, Nick? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Sorry about California, man. The weather's so nice there, though, isn't it? The weather's so nice. Reasonable, yeah. You want to move to Florida? No property tax, no crypto tax, but be careful. Buy what you buy, right, to live in. That's the challenge. Insurance will kill you. Insurance, fees, like all of that stuff. Florida's not good for that. You just want to rent. But even renting, you got to be careful. What are you renting? For how long? What kind of security do you have? Like all that stuff. HOA fees. Yeah. Florida's good at all that stuff. So you think no property tax. Ugh, they get you in other ways. Insurance has skyrocketed. Yep. Gino, that's your specialty. Ha! We were just talking about it. All condos in Florida have had to get certified. A lot of them have been assessed. Hey, anybody wanting to move to Florida, we got a realtor here. Go see Gino. Oh. True North thinks we're breaking 30 cents this weekend. I hope it does. That'd be awesome. Yeah, and what price are your kids going to see for Doge? Yeah, I don't think 1K, 10K, or 100K. California is the most beautiful state, but it's full of Californians. Oh, yeah. You think $1 this year, Alexander? Russell broke its all-time high. History has shown that leads to altcoin season. It's all building. It's all coming. I would never buy an HOA property. Yeah. Gino's the guy. Cat? No. No. You wait. You never bought insurance? Buying a trailer? That saves a lot of money, doesn't it? 18 years and counting? That's a lot of money. Bitcoin, it's at 117.3. Got 117.3 JVC. Hey, stop. This cat's being a pain, Ron. Kane. I don't know Ondo Finance. I mean, Cardano versus Ondo. So since they do different things, you're just buying the price then. So what's going to do better? Cardano is generally slow and steady, but every once in a while it goes on a big run. But I don't know what Ondo Finance is about and what its price targets are. I don't really follow it. So I can't answer that one. The ETF approval list for October. I can only go back to this one that I had. Here. So this is an older list, but the cat is just causing trouble. On October 2nd is Litecoin. October 10th is Solana. October 17th or 18th, we've come to realize it's actually the 18th, is XRP and Dogecoin. And October 23rd is Cardano. Okay? That's the big picture on ETFs. Those are the big spot ETFs. You tweeted at me, Duchess? Okay. I'll look at it. Is it something I need to do during the stream? Let me open it up off stream. Just in case, you know. See what it is. Oh. It's the helicopter, the delivery. I don't see any salad there, though. It's all just water. Where's the salad? I get it, though. That's funny. That's good. You did an at KrissPax 001. That's not me. That's a scam account. Just letting you know. I am just the original KrissPax. There's a scam account out there. If you lived in America, Bass Pro would take all my money. I know, right? Oh. Short squeeze. I don't see that happening tonight, Javier. It's just not. Here we go, down into the 27s. See, got too much weakness going on right now. 27.96 now. I told you earlier my spidey sense was tingling, right? Here we go. Mark, I will tell you my October price prediction on October 1st. October 1st. Mm-mm-mm. 2021 cycle went into 2022. Not really. There were some alts that were still doing well in 2022, but Bitcoin had hit its high in November. And of course, Doge's was in May. It tried to recover in August, but it could never get back up over 35 cents. Just completed a drive from Brooklyn to LaGuardia to JFK. Why would you drive from LaGuardia to JFK orbit? Interesting. The dump is coming. Yeah, I don't think it's a dump. I called for a pullback, right? Not a dump. And there's not going to be a Bitcoin short squeeze yet. No, but Bitcoin's rather weak as well right now. So we could see Bitcoin back in the 116s. I'm just telling you what I see on the screen. Right, we can take back some gains. What's the debt? It's $37 trillion, right? US debt clock. $37.4. No, I don't want this. Turn this off. Turn it off. Where's the... You got to be kidding. It won't. I'm not. It's almost 37.5. Almost 37.5. So, let the click. Nope. I am not downloading anything. That looked like a scam site. Monetizing the. I'm not downloading a PDF to my computer. No way. No way. They can hide stuff in PDFs too. Little Trojan horse sitting in there. No way. No way. But yeah, that answered the question. 37, almost $37.5 trillion. Keeps going up. Not good. All right, gang. Well, that's what we got for today. We're in the yuppers. Yep, we're in the 27s. Kriss said we were going in the 27s. We looked at the heat map. We identified 27.5 as a big target. So if you're looking to buy some more, that's a price point target. There's many more that think Doge is going to go down to 25 cents. I'm not calling that. So, but 27.5 is lower than it is now. So be ready. I hope everyone has a great evening. Hey, a lot to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to be covering X money in the morning. Yes, X money. What's going on with X payments, X money, and Dogecoin. That'll be tomorrow morning. And then we'll be live on our Friday end of the week with an AMA, and maybe a Modelo as well. And some of you can have your Sam Oktoberfest that I will be getting soon, but I got to get through the rest of my case of Modelos first. Everyone have a great evening. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.